Guys, this is Michael. I'm going to show you something that is kind of personal, I guess. I don't really want to talk about it too much, but just know that it's the truth. What I'm going to show you is that once you realize you live in a simulation, and you really believe it with your heart, not just your mind, your actual heart, and then you realize there's a greater consciousness system, which I call not the larger consciousness system. I used to call it that. I now call it the greatest God consciousness. Greatest God consciousness is the name I give it now. Because larger means that there's a potential of something else to be greater than that. But for me, I can't comprehend anything greater or larger than the higher God consciousness in this simulated reality. I have no imagination to be anything greater than that. I can't get there. So for me, the God that I love and interact with is the greatest God consciousness, or the God greatest consciousness. It is a God to me. It is not a perfect God. It has told me that. And because it has told me that, therefore, for me, in my heart, it's perfect. Because it admitted that it's not a perfect system. Doesn't get any more honest than that. So, interacting in a world where you have left all of your belief systems through religion, through science, and you've pushed them aside because of an experience you've had. And you're willing to look at the world differently because you found some truth in this reality through the double slit experiment and through an experience where stars are moving. You look at the world differently, and all of a sudden now I'm closer to God. I'm interacting with the greatest God consciousness. I'm not throwing my weight toward Catholicism or Judaism or Islam. Those are religions that have been impacted by man's ego and dogma. My surrender and outreach was not bucketed toward any one of man's creations. It went to the source. It went to the prime divine. So in this simulation, they didn't know really where to take my surrender to. They didn't know where to do it yet, because there's a lot of other deities that help manage and contain the simulation. So my outcry, learning we live in a simulation, learning that there is a God that I can connect with, went right to the top. There's no bucket to put my prayer in. I can see electromagnetic fields. They have a purple and green color, and as a result of that, if I point my camera to the sky, which I talked about a year and a half ago in a video where I had a prophecy from the greatest God consciousness, that if consciousness is truly fundamental and physicality is a reflection of an illusion based on consciousness being there to interpret that, then really, could we not just point the camera in the sky and film an anomaly? The answer to that question is yes. I hope you enjoy this. That's an empty sky. What's going to happen? Whoa! I didn't move the camera. I didn't move the camera. No. That's an empty sky. How could I possibly point something in the sky in one spot, just one spot, and film something like that? You want to see slow motion? What is that? Huh? A little bright in here. We'll see that in real time. See that YouTube video 2 years ago at the desk where I work, and I told people that. Most people don't care. Boom! What is that? Well, I'll let you guys decide what you want it to be. I know what it is. I'll leave that up for your imagination. So, that's cool. I'm pretty happy with that. You know. And there you go. So the name of the game is try to find a spot in the sky that you are going to anticipate that something could happen and fly into your frame. Can you do that? Is it possible? The answer to the question is yes. Let me show you another encounter. All right, so here's the other video. And I got a lot more I can show you. I don't have just one or two of them. I have a whole bunch of these. All right, let's see. Hopefully I don't have any music on this. All right? If I do, then I have to. So, I'm pointing my camera up in the sky. There's nothing there. I'm anticipating that something could be there potentially. Will it happen? Oh! Another one. Another one. Wow. This can't be true. There's no way this can be happening, right? Can't happen. Nope. I think a lot of people look at some of the stuff I do, maybe, as some sort of a game. Well, let's see what this crazy person has to say. Well, I appreciate all the people that laughed. There you go, turns. I appreciate all the people that laughed years ago about some of the stuff I said. I really do, because not only did that motivate me, but it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot that when you know, boom. So in case you didn't notice, do you see how fast that is? And the background of the noise of the sky is still the same. This is only 18 seconds into the video. Back it up. There it is. 000. Play. Point it to the sky. Find something that I think could have the potential for something magical or beautiful to happen. Where am I going to go? What do I see? Electromagnetic waves? Boom! Real fast. Really fast. There's another one. Why are these things flying around me? Here's another one. 0 seconds. Let me back it up to the other one. I split these little examples into their own little video. Here we go. Another one comes down to the left. Right to the left. Boom! What is it doing? Why would it do that? What's going on here? Well, I'm able to see things differently. I'm able to see things differently. I'm able to experience things differently. When I learned that we live in a simulation, I learned that I was born again. but in a different way. I was able to look at things and challenge everything and everything. And then I realized, wow, we're pretty important. We really are. I wonder if I can do this. I wonder if I can do it. So what that does is this entity's coming in through here, zips through, and then actually swirls around because it wants to entangle itself inside of a field. What type of field? An electromagnetic field. That's what it wants to do. So how do you find these? Well, easier, not so easy. You would have to be able to look at the canvas of the sky. You'd have to understand that there are potential and probabilistic outcomes that are possible, but not 100% guaranteed, and a distortion in the field. The distortion in the field, is something that pops out to you in 3 dimensions, but yet the sky looks 2-dimensional from our eyes. So a distortion, nonetheless, is something that's pulling you. It's saying, hey, look at me. Look over here. It could be light. It could be some sort of a invisible cloud dust or something. Something's pulling me there. It's waving a flag or something. It's hard to explain because you're not supposed to see those flags. Now we have a tunneling effect. This is the wormhole type of effect, meaning that the energy field is taking the stars and we're going down this tunnel, even though we're on our 2 feet. Here, consciously, we're in some sort of tunnel warp. And it's pretty cool to experience one of those. And this has to do with your consciousness. Your consciousness is now being connected to a larger consciousness system, the greater God consciousness, and you are interacting with that, and your electromagnetic field is helping its field. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So we worked our way down this conscious wormhole. Okay? And I'm kind of struggling a little bit because it takes a lot of mental strength. And you're going to see something pop right there. See that? Those things came in through the tunnel. My field connects with God's field. And therefore, as a result, you're going to have an energy field that entities such as stars or UFOs are going to want to see. There it is. It came into the field. Why? Because I am helping that field. I am giving some of my heart, my electromagnetic energy, to the canvas of the cosmos. And when I'm doing that, it is creating a field, a cylindrical shaped toroid, from me to that tunnel or to that distortion. And then the stars come. They can't resist. They can't resist. How did I learn this? How could I possibly learn how to do something like this? Huh? Did they teach this anywhere? Do we know where they teach this at? Can somebody tell me where you can find out that you can actually see electromagnetic fields? And you can interact with that? And entities, spirits, things in the sky will come to you? Another one. Just zip right by. You guys, it's right by. Bing! This isn't a joke. I'm not messing with nobody. Playing any games here. It's real. It's another video. I got another 50 more. I am focusing at nothing. Comes in, comes out. Comes in, comes out. How is that possible? Consciousness manifests physical reality. By the way, these are stars. But You know, that's up to you if you want to believe that or not. Bye. Thanks for coming out. See you later. Another one. I think that's enough. So the answer to the question that a lot of people laughed at is, can you point your camera to the sky? Yes, you can if you have the right information, the right belief systems, and also an entity such as greater consciousness system that's going to allow you to connect with it. Can you find the distortion? Can you find the fields? And can you interact with it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Six years of staring at the cosmos. And one night, just one night, I looked or tried to look through a rainy storm, through the clouds. In that moment, I caught a light shade, and that light shade had a tiny little piece of light on the bottom of the shade. And it was swirling around the sky, and I was following it, and I was following it and following it. Then it stopped and disappeared, stopped and disappeared. When I saw that, I couldn't even breathe. I almost collapsed. And then I found another light shade, and another one, another one. And all of a sudden, within 15 minutes, 3 hours, time go by. And then something else happened. But I'll talk about that some other time.